So there's this new feature at Claude, which is very cool. And I just want to quickly talk about this. It's called project, and where you can effectively store some knowledge about something and you don't have to feed that again and again. And I'll tell you why this is very, very useful. So let's say if you're writing a blog for a specific product, I'm going to go to Ollie Social. So my team uses Claude in order to generate blogs for this. And how they do this is they will select some details about the product. So let's say this one, and then we will go to Claude. What we will do is we'll put the details here, which will effectively allow us to give Claude some memory about what the product is. So one of the problems with large language models or any large language models today is that it does not have enough memory. And for that reason, you have to feed in data again and again every time you start a new chat, not necessarily the old chat, but every time you start a new chat, you have to feed in fresh memory so that the model knows what you want to answer. But this is a very useful tool and kind of, in one way or the other uses RAG in the backend, where now you can create a project and this project will effectively stored in the vector database of Claude. So every time you put in a new prompt with this selected project, it will automatically fetch details about your product. So let's say I'm feeding in this piece of document and then I tell Claude to, can you write a 500 or maybe let's say 1000 word blog on free AI comment generation tools online. What Claude will now do is that it will take some details from the memory that we've shared and some details from its own database and generate the blog for us. So you can now see it's generating the blog, and it is basically fetching some details from the document we've shared, and it's also generating details from the memory it has. And you can see in this scenario, it's not directly mentioning the tool, but near the end, it's talking about Ollie Social Free Tier. The blog is good, but every time now I have to start a new chat when I want to generate a blog and I start a new chat, I again have to get some context for the model. So let's say I copy this data again and then I start a new chat here. I have to paste the document here. So effectively what projects allow you to do is that you can now store all of this data predefined inside of your Claude login. So let's say if I click on try it out and try an example project, and you can see on this right side, you have an option for project knowledge, where you can actually upload the files and then store this in the memory such that in the future, when the user is trying to access the data or write a blog on the same topic, it can use the project knowledge. It's similar to custom GPTs, where you have the RAG system again in place, where you go ahead and put the knowledge about the topic there in your custom GPT, and in the future you will get customized response that are more suited towards the knowledge that you've uploaded in the backend. So let's try and create a new project and see if we can get it to work. Let's say I'm going to say Ollie Social Blogs, and what are we trying to do? So this project aims to simplify blog writing for Ollie.social. I'm going to say click create new project. And here you will now have options to add the content, and you also have custom instructions, which is very good. And you can see you can add PDFs, documents, or other text to project knowledge that Claude will reference in every project conversation. So you can click here and then you can say add text in our scenario because we're getting the text from here. And I'm going to say Ollie.social website. I'm going to paste the content here. Again, you can upload PDFs if you want, but in my scenario, I just want text. And apparently there's also this knowledge size, and there's like a maximum window with respect to the knowledge. And you can also see this is private. So in the future, this will probably become something on the lines of custom GPTs where you can share it with the customers. Let's also click ahead and see what we can do with respect to the instructions here. So let's say write a blog post in .mdx format, keep it at least 3000 words, build internal links, keep it conversational. Again, these are all example prompts, and then because I'm just testing this out now. So now let's also say we will share a topic, and then these are the kind of things we want the user to do. Now here, what we can go ahead and say, and again, I'm just testing this out, free AI comment generation tools online. All right, and you can see it automatically leverage the instructions that we shared, and it's writing a blog. Now what you can do is you can go ahead and share the format that you want the blog, or the format that you want the user to share the blog in. And then it will generate the blog in that format, right? So this is very, very good and impressive, and it's going to save tons of hours of work, at least for my team who's been, currently they don't have any projects. So when they want to generate something, they have to put in all the details again, and then it kind of takes very long. And it's also similar to the Perplexity's workflow feature, where it almost acts like an agent and generates content in a specific format. So this is really impressive and something that my team will leverage a lot. And I'm excited to start using this right away. And I hope you guys understood the concept of projects. It's going on the lines of custom GPT in the future, but I think given Claude 3.5 Sonnet is like the most powerful model right now. And if you haven't seen that, I have a video on Claude Sonnet 3.5 as well. It's one of the most powerful models right now. And in fact, I think the powerful model if you look at the benchmarks. And having a workflow like a RAG on Claude really makes it worth having a premium plan for this product itself. So, all right, and that's going to be all for the video, guys. I hope this added some value to you. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.